Hey everyone, it's Mike with It's Pittsfield Tonight. I'm going to jump right into it. It's Monday. It's going to be hot. So we'll be complaining about the heat. I don't mind complaining about heat. I'd rather complain about heat than complain about cold. Because I don't like the cold. But anyway, it's going to be hot. So be ready for that today. It's going to be hot and humid. So there's a lot of stuff to talk about. The first thing I want to talk about that really grabbed my attention is the Eagle. The Berkshire Eagle, our local op-ed, or I shouldn't say that, but that's how I feel about them, and I don't mean that in a negative way. I don't really look at the Berkshire Eagle as news. I kind of look at them as an opinion. Just a really, like, I'm a little tiny version of what they do. That's how I look at it. They just talk about more things, but I kind of look at the Berkshire Eagle as an opinion piece. So anyway, their headline, their featured story today was talking about the proposed roundabout North Street near the intersection of North and Wacona, Stoddard, where the hospital is. And I had mentioned the video I did Friday that there's a meeting coming up this Wednesday, 7 p.m. at the library on Wendell Ave at the Athenaeum. And it's an open forum to discuss with the state about this project. So as I was reading the article, you get into the headline of it from the Eagle, and it's, to me, it was negative right away. It was like talking about, it said there's a meeting to discuss this, and then someone will get up to say they're against it or something like that. And they used the standard, people are afraid of change. You're all scared. Everyone's scared. Everyone, don't be scared. Don't be afraid of change. I got mad reading that right away. Because a meeting that I was excited to go to, it made me say to myself right away, I don't want to go. That seemed so condescending, and that talk-down attitude that is the new way in government, I guess. At least it seems to be that way. I hate it. And by the way, I'm for this proposed roundabout going in. I'm all for it. I think that it would be way more efficient, safer, everything. From the data that I've looked at, I'm all for it. But that article is so one-sided, and it to me, it's discouraging. It's typical the way they write their articles. They're condescending. It's we know better than you attitude. And that doesn't encourage anybody. You know, it's funny, I was watching Spectrum News this morning, and since Worcester switched over to a city manager, which I think Pittsfield needs to do. I've mentioned this quite a few times too. Worcester had very similar problems to Pittsfield as far as, I know our politicians don't like the word corruption, so we'll call it political cliques that controlled that area forever, and it was just passing the baton from generation to generation. Worcester finally wisened up and switched over to a city manager style government, and Worcester is booming. Their city manager at Augustus is awesome. He's done so much good stuff for the city, and they have so much transparency. He does press with Spectrum, with everyone, constantly. Now, a city manager is not an elected official either. So it takes all those political cliques and all that nonsense that hurts everything out of the equation and focuses on business and running the city the way it's supposed to be. And Pittsfield could get a city manager. And a city our size, if we offered a starting salary of, I don't know, $175,000, we could land a city manager. We're already paying a mayor over $100,000 a year with benefits, and we don't require any qualifications or anything. We'd be better off, and we'd save money by hiring somebody who has master's degrees in city planning and business management, and all the things that you need to do, and it's a hired position. They're held accountable to the council. The council's elected. The mayor becomes almost like a part-time position on the council. If you decide to keep a mayor, you don't have to do that. We could. And they're like a representative to City Hall. And I think Pittsfield has to do that. If we ever want stable government here, that's the way to do it. I'm jealous of what's happening in Worcester. And what led me into this is this morning they were talking about, Ed Augustus was talking about what I've been talking about, low voter turnout. And they mentioned the exact same numbers in their municipal elections. They referenced a 7 to 8% turnout for the primaries in the fall in September. And then they mentioned a 17% turnout for the general election, for the municipal elections in November. That's horrible. And that's right on track with Pittsfield. That's where we're at. We get almost nothing for the primaries for our municipal elections and almost nothing for our city council elections. And what kills me with that is everyone complains. Like you can... But most of the councilors are running uncontested. We've got quite a few at-large candidates, but most of the councilors are running uncontested. So I hate to say this, but we're probably going to see another year of very low voter turnout, and we're going to see the exact same council elected, except we'll see some changes because you've got some of the incumbents who are not opting to run again. Nick Kakamo, I think he's already done with Pittsfield. He took a job with another town. That's what most of the politicians do anyway. They leave when they're done. But Nick Kakamo took a job with another town, so he's not running for re-election. Helen Moon's not running for re-election. Chris Connell's not running for re-election. Kevin Morandi's not running for re-election. So those seats are open, but I don't know what's going on in those wards either. I don't know how many candidates. There's not a lot of, a lot of people are saying, Mike, it's early. It's not that early. We're almost July. So I hope more people get into that. So anyway, back to the roundabout. Go. 7 p.m. this Wednesday at the library. It's an open discussion, and any questions you have, I don't believe this will be a place to ask any questions about the Shared Streets and Spaces project. I don't know. I'm assuming Ricardo Morales will probably be at this meeting. I'm assuming. But I don't think they're going to... It'll probably be strictly just on the roundabout proposal because it's a state project. So that's what I'm assuming. I'm not positive on that, but that's what I'm assuming. If you go there hoping to ask questions about the bike lanes and all that stuff, I don't think that's going to be part of the equation and the conversation. So I don't think. I will try to find out. So 7 p.m. this Wednesday at the library. Go. And the Berkshire Eagle, if you read their opinion piece on it, they did a thing today. And it gives you some detailed information. But go. And I think the project itself is a good thing. I just wish the attitudes were different. That's how we are here. You talk about violence in the city of Pittsfield, and what did the city officials say? They say, well, it's worse somewhere else. Oh, okay. And it's kind of like we use that, passing the buck all the time. This is a national epidemic. It's happening everywhere. Oh, okay. It's like when you're a little kid, I guess, and I thought we were taught, like someone comes in and tells you to clean your room. The new way should now be, you can look at your parents, I guess, and say, you should see all my friends' rooms. You think my room is bad? You should see their rooms. Horrible. You ought to be thankful that I keep this room like this. I mean, why take responsibility for your actions when someone else could be doing worse than you and you can use that as an excuse while you're doing good? And that's the attitude. It's very little conversation, regardless of the issue, whether it be violence in the city, whether it be the bike lanes on North Street and the changes to that road that really upset people, whether it be the cell tower in Ward 4, that those people are beyond frustrated, and their biggest frustration is the same as everyone's. Where is the mayor? Why won't she talk to them? She's not gonna. Hello? She is not going to. It's not going to happen. She's going to do it on her own terms, and the Eagle is kind of like, they'll be the voice for certain politicians they're more the voice for the politicians, I feel, than they are the people. Except the DA. They don't like the DA, so they'll go after her every chance they can. They'll definitely go after her. But anyway, that's it for now. Go to this meeting. I'm going to talk about this again tomorrow. I know I mumbled on for a while, but that article really upset me. Go to this meeting and hear about this proposed roundabout. Pay attention. People, there's still time to pull papers. Run for city council, somebody. Run for your ward. It's not that hard. And to our incumbents and everybody that I've reached out to, and I've talked to just about all the councilors except for one or two. And I've got something in the works with them. Everyone said yes so far. I've just got to schedule this all in and get the ball rolling with some of those videos again. Get people back on track with that. So I wanted to give people a chance to enjoy the summer, though. July's going to be a good month for the city, I think. So, all right, that's it for now. There'll be a lot to talk about in the next video. Live on the lake, cruise night at the airport, a bunch of cool things going on, and some other stuff. So have a great day. Stay cool. Stay hydrated. Be good to your animals. And I'll catch you all tomorrow.